Welcome back to Inside South Florida. Literature can be a wonderful way to enlighten and educate young adults on the importance of mental health. Jed Morgan, author of the new book Odyssey of a Phoenix, Down in Flames, is using fiction as a tool to do that. And he's here with us today on ISF. Jed, welcome to Inside South Florida. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm so happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Wonderful to have you on the show. Congratulations on this new book. And let me also start by saying thank you for your service. You are a veteran of the Air Force, and we're so appreciative of what you've done for our country.
I appreciate that.
This new book, the portrayal of mental illness through the lens of fantasy. Why are you writing in that vein? And also, are you sharing your own life experiences through the title character?
Yes, absolutely. This is an incredibly personal story to me, and it was just an interesting concept for me. What does a fantasy elements, how does that affect mental illness? For example, the main character is extremely suicidal and cannot die. He regenerates when he dies. So what happens to a suicidal person's mental state when they are physically incapable of dying? So I just wanted to delve into that and see what potential things I could delve from a subject matter like that.
The subject matter is very nuanced in these books. The philosophy and ethics of pain versus happiness is also something that you touch on. Why approach it that way? Do you think that's a more effective way of speaking about mental health through the lens of fiction?
Yeah, I definitely really liked how I took it at that approach, because the main character, he's extremely suicidal, right? Very depressed. And the villain, she wants to take away all human pain and suffering. And so the main character has to realize that it's only because of his past, only because of his mental issues that he's able to experience true joy. And that's what creates a conflict. It's not as much big, bombastic, destroy the world. It's destroying what it means to be human. And he has a better understanding of that than nearly anyone, because he can see the contrast of the best and worst of humanity because of his struggles.
Getting back to your life experience, Jed, when writing this book, what was that process like? Where did you have to go within yourself to extract and pull out the moments that you've experienced, your shared life experience, in order to be accurate in these stories? Because when you're speaking to people about mental health, it's different for many people, but there is some commonality in regards to the pain and to how people feel like they're drowning. They can't get their head above water mentally. How did you pull from yourself to add that into the book?
Well, it was incredibly difficult, because I like to call it method writing, just like method acting, because I would have to experience those same emotions that I was writing about. So I'd have to remember the darkest moments from my own history and relive those emotions to the utmost degree. And just going back into there was hard at first, but in writing a solution for Arien, I had to write a solution for myself as well at the same time. So it became therapeutic in the end.
When speaking about engaging the audience, when we read this book, Jed, what do you want us to walk away with?
Well, I just want you to be entertained at the end of the day. That's always the first priority of any entertainer. But I really hope that you come away with an understanding of what it's like to be someone in my position and someone who struggles with these type of things, and really feel hope at the end of the day. I really want it to be a hopeful story.
Hope, absolutely, Jed. The book is Odyssey of a Phoenix, Down in Flames. The author is the incredible Jed Morgan. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.